هذا البرنامج برعاية تاكس للمنح الدراسية دونت تايم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. طبعا اكيد لازم نبدا بالبسمله وباللغه العربيه اهم شيء. فبسم الله الرحمن الرحيم دائما وابدا نبدا كل خطواتنا وكل خلينا نحكي مشوارنا اللي بدنا نسعى له ونوصل له ان شاء الله. الان برحب فيكم في لقائنا اليوم. انا حكيت لقائنا راح يكون بنكهه انجليزيه اليوم مع الاستاذ محمد المراشدة طبعا. لكن في البدايه لازم نوضح بعض الشغلات اكيد في العربي عشان ما حد ينصدم ويتفاجئ من اولها يقول من وين يجونا هذول. تمام. فاخواني واخواتي الله يسعد مساكم يا رب ويعطيكم الف الف عافيه. بعرف الديكور الجديد حلو انا عارف. لكن لقاءنا اليوم راح يكون بالانجليزي وراح نتحدث عن موضوع كثير مهم كثير حساس كمان الان، وراح نحكي انا وياه للاستاذ محمد باللغه الانجليزيه فيه، ونحاول نحكي يعني بابسط ما يكون وبابطا ما يكون، لانه احنا لازم نعود اذننا على لحن اللغه الانجليزيه تحديدا، انه احنا يعني حتى في مجال الدراسه وفي سوق العمل يعني هذا الشيء كثير مهم. التوبيك today شفت كيف ذكرت يعني our topic today is going to be about the importance of revision اللي هو أهمية المراجعة يعني especially since we're approaching يعني the final exams.
Yeah.
So in my opinion it's important for every student to revise effectively in a correct way.
Yes.
Because if you revise in the right way, then you are going to have good results in the end. And this is what we're going to discuss today, Muhammad.
Inshallah.
So when we talk about the importance of revision, I'm sure there are some tips that we need to cover together so that we revise correctly, right?
Yes,
Now,
sure.
what do you have in your pocket?
Well, revision basically, I would say it's kind of the key to succeed in and to pass tests, since we are talking about tests. So I would say that it's the key. But why is it important? Well,
I mean, at first,
Yeah.
we can say that it's the last stage. It's literally the last stage before you go to your exam, right?
Before the test, yeah.
And what else?
By all means.
Yes.
Well, the importance of revision actually falls into three main points.
Good.
Now-
What is the first point?
The first one is why to revise. First of all, is to show your limits in the material that you have studied.
Good. You need to know where you at.
Yes,
Exactly.
by all
Like,
means.
how much do I know from this subject? And whatever let's say weak at, maybe I can like focus my revision on it more.
On weaknesses,
Yes.
yeah, نقاط الضعف والقوة.
نقاط
Yes,
الضعف,
yes,
yes.
yes. The second thing is to remember basically the important topics that you have learned in school,
Good.
because they say when the teacher explains a lesson to you, you get 20% of the information that you need to get.
Okay.
Now, when you go home and you revise for the first time,
You cover the rest.
you cover about 70%.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So you're
70%.
after revision, you're now 90%.
By all means, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
And then when you keep revising, when you revise before the test, also, then you have covered.
You've got
you
the
will have
10%.
covered, the 10% that
Right.
you're missing. So now it's 100%. You know.
That's good. Though.
Yeah.
That's good. So you got point number 1, point number 2. What's 3?
Point number 3, which is the most important one, is
Okay. So
is,
the most important, which means يعني أكثر أهمية.
Yeah.
Point number 3. What is it?
Point number 3 is to know what are your strengths and weaknesses.
I like it.
Yeah,
Nice.
strengths and weaknesses.
So when we
That's
say
the most
strengths,
important thing.
that's the يعني مصادر القوة.
نقاط القوة
Yes.
في المادة اللي أنا
And
فاهمها.
the weaknesses are the الضعف.
الضعف نقاط الضعف. Yes.
And of course the subject في المادة اللي أنت you are revising.
Yes, of course. And since we are teaching English, let me
Yes.
give you a quick example.
Go ahead.
Say we have learned in school today simple present, for example. Now, if you go home and you revise the material that you have learned, simple present, okay? I revised it. I have covered all the pages that I have written in school. I have read them again. I've done some examples. Now, I know where are my mistakes.
True.
Yeah, and I know where I am good at.
Exactly. True.
By all means. So for example, let's say I'm not good at the singular S.
Okay.
Okay, I have an example. So it's like he. What comes after he? He study or he studies. I put he study. Then I
Which is
know
incorrect.
that which is incorrect, of course.
Yes.
Yeah. Then I know that this is incorrect, and this is a weakness point
True.
that I have.
You know, it's funny because
Yeah.
this is something I used to struggle with back in the days, back in college. What I did to overcome this challenge
Yeah.
is basically having a white paper, an empty paper,
Uh-huh.
and what I do is I write down every single piece of information that can help me and serve as a guide for me on my revision day.
That's a key thing.
Exactly,
That's
like
a
you know,
key thing,
writing
yeah,
your
basically.
weaknesses, you're basically solving them. You're halfway
Yeah,
there. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So when you write down all your weaknesses, what you can do later when the day comes, the day of the revision comes, that's when you start focusing on this paper only. You don't have to redo all the subject or like
Yes.
all the whole lesson again. So all I have to do is just basically revise all my notes and focus on the main topics that I need to basically improve myself on it.
Yep.
And that's
Yeah.
pretty much it. So I saved my time. يعني وفرت وقتي. I got 100%.
Yeah,
And,
the material. That's
yeah,
what
exactly.
we look for. Actually.
Exactly, and that's what exactly we look for.
Yeah.
All right. So now let's go deeper into this point. Now, when you say strengths and you say weaknesses, beside the way I just said it right now,
Yeah.
how do you or how can you advise the students to basically note their weaknesses? Especially, like all we have is just 3 months right now.
Yeah.
3 months. I mean, in
Yeah,
my
our test is
in my
gonna be
point
in
of view,
July,
they're
yeah.
enough time. This is
Yeah.
enough. I mean,
It's more than enough. More than
actually,
enough,
yes.
actually. Yes.
So how can a student work on this?
That's a good question, actually, and I will go a little bit into detail. So bear with me a bit.
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah. So how to revise? Basically, your question is how to revise
Yes.
For a material.
Yes.
Whether it's English, chemistry, physics, whatever it is. Okay. First of all, to revise, I have seven key steps here.
Nice.
Okay, 7 key steps. The first step is to make a plan.
Nice.
To make a plan for revision. What do I want to revise first?
Like which
Okay.
subject I need
Which
to start
subject
with?
exactly? Which subject I need to revise? And to know that, the rest of the steps are going to determine
Exactly.
which subject I'm
Well,
going to.
you'll know what to do next.
Yeah, exactly. So first of all, make a plan. اعمل خطة. Second of all, you need to create a calm study atmosphere.
Exactly.
I'd say,
you have
yeah.
you have to build your own environment.
By all
Yeah,
means,
yeah,
yes.
exactly, yeah.
يعني I'd see I'm gonna say this one in Arabic. I'm sorry. يعني بتشوف بعض الطلاب بتلاقيه قاعد بين العيلة كلهم وقاعد بيدرس وهذا بيحضر تلفزيون وهذا مش عارف
بيسمع
ايش.
موسيقى
Right. Yeah. Exactly. طيب how can you focus in this environment?
That's not effective.
Exactly. It's not effective, and you will need, even if you focus, but you will need يعني let's
It's
say
not
a
enough.
lot of time to
Distractions are all
to
over
cover.
you.
Yeah,
Yes,
you need a lot of time to cover what an ordinary student who studies in a calm atmosphere covers. Yeah. So calm study place. That's
هي غرفة الضيوف
really
قصدنا عن غرفة
important.
الضيوف. الكالم اتموسفير اللي هي الجو الهادي الرايق هو جو غرفة الضيوف.
لازم جو. هاي غرفة الضيوف دائما غرفة الضيوف ان احنا كانت للستدينج. طيب step number 3 is to be clear about your goals.
All right, good.
لازم تحدد اهدافك في الماتيريال اللي انت بدك تدرسها. ليش انا بدي اراجع هاي الماتيريال؟ وين انا السترينثs؟ وين الويكنسز تبعاتي؟ شو اهدافي من هاي المراجعة؟
True.
Okay.
Which is, it's true.
لأنه يعني I can take the whole material. It doesn't make sense, to take the whole material and revise it from page number 1 to the last page, and some of the topics in the material I'm good at.
True.
Class, what you're good at, skip and
Skip
go
and
to
go to
the ones that you
you're
don't
weak
understand.
at, yes.
Yeah.
Now, before we continue, دكتور خالد الدكتور خالد طبعا was supposed to be with us. يعني هو كان المفروض انه يكون معنا، وكويس ما كان معنا، كان عجبكم كلكم. انتم مش فاهمين علينا احنا، فما بالك لو الدكتور خالد كان معنا كمان كان ضيعكم كلكم. فشكرا لك دكتور على وجودك معنا في البث، واتمنى من ربي اكيد لقاءاتنا هاي راح تضلها مستمره يعني we'll continue يعني and ان شاء الله next time he'll be here with us يعني حيكون معنا ان شاء الله.
ان شاء الله.
يعني شوف ما احلى الانجليش وكيف لما نربطه بالاكاديميك. يعني next time he will be here with us. ما قلت he is going to be with us لأنه أنا ما بحكي عن شيء مخطط له. هو it's just a decision I made right now.
A decision or prediction or
exactly.
hope.
يعني
exactly.
أو hope. Exactly.
It's
we can say it's hope as well. يعني هو استعملت الwill and that's the reason. لأنه أنا عملت شيء زي إنه تمني أو قد يكون a decision that I made but I'm not sure if it's going to happen or not.
Exactly.
مش متأكد
So
راح
it's not
يصير ولا لا.
planned.
Exactly.
Unplanned future.
عشان هيك ترى في an important thing that I have to say. كثير من الطلاب when they study الأزمنة لما يدرسوا الأزمنة they always neglect يعني يهمشوا يجاهلوا. They always neglect the function of each tense.
Yeah. And that is the first thing that we teach them, the function.
أول شيء بنقول لك شو الفانكشن، شو الوظيفة من هذا الزمن. Why؟ عشان لما أجي أعرف أحكي بدي أعرف كيف أستعمله
في أي موقف.
يعني أنا مش بس أنا حياتي كلها مش امتحانات راح تكون، وحتى لو كانت بدنا نعتبرها امتحانات it's not always written exams، مش امتحانات كتابية. يعني sometimes you have to practice what you've learned.
It's a language.
بالضبط.
It's
in
a
your
language
real life.
بدك تستخدمها في الحياة.
Exactly.
طبيعية.
Alright, good. So back to our topic. So
we're done with step number 3. Now step number 4, which is really, really important, not just in studying, it's also in life, is to know how much time you have before the test.
How much time? Nice. I like that. Yeah.
How long you have before the test.
Because I think you need that in order to basically يعني focus on your time management.
Yes. By all means. Which leads us to the next step, اللي هي to know your gaps, the strengths and weaknesses.
Yes.
Which leads us also into step number 6 is to make a timetable based on the 5 prior steps.
Can you repeat again? You said to what?
To
make a timetable, right?
To make a timetable.
يعني يلا.
Exactly.
That's متلازمة لغوية موجودة معنا بالتوجيهي ولا لا؟
100%.
شفت كيف؟ يعني متلازمات لغوية كمان مهمة، احفظوهم يا جماعة الخير.
ومش مقصود إني أستخدمها الآن، لكن بس السياق حكم إني أستخدمها طبعاً.
إنجليزي بيفيدك في كل مكان. لاحظوا tenses هي أساس fundamental.
وإلنا ساعة نحكي بالتنسز.
Exactly. Yes. And we're talking about collocations المتلازمات اللغوية. How to make a timetable. هاي كمان إحدى الشغلات المهمة موجودة في المنهاج. Alright, good. Go ahead.
So to make a timetable. Now I know my weaknesses and strengths. I know how much time I have. I know my goals in the material.
Nice.
This is kind of my plan. Now I need to make a timetable. My timetable, الناس بفكر إنه timetable إنه شو المادة اللي بدي أراجعها قبل أي مادة. لا، هاي كانت step number 1 أصلاً. يعني حطينا شو المادة بدك تراجعها قبل الثانية. لكن هون timetable إنه the material itself. يعني مثلاً I want to revise English. بالإنجلش
I need 5
timetable
days مثلاً 4 days.
Exactly.
And يلا put
5 days for English. تمسك التوبكس أو الunits اللي موجودات عندك and you put them and spread them on your timetable on the days that you need to revise.
Speaking about timetable, are you with or against revising one material or one subject the whole day, or maybe for like 3-4 days in a row? يعني هل أنت مع إنك تراجع مادة واحدة على مدار اليوم أو على مدار أيام in a row يعني متتابعات, or يعني make it, let's say, like I usually go with 3 topics, 3 subjects per day. يعني 3 مواد باليوم يعني and change the order.
By all means, I second that point. Basically, I'm with you. When I say I second that point, أنا بأيد هاي النقطة اللي أنت بتحكي فيها.
شغل مرتب. Good.
Idioms.
Yeah. Good.
So my point here is, I don't, or let's say I am against revising one material for like 3 days in a row or 2 days in a row.
Good, because you might get bored of it.
You will get bored. It's not you might. No, definitely you will get bored.
I mean, there are like the minority might say no, but the majority will get bored. I'm certain.
There are exceptions always for every rule.
Always,
يعني بس إنه in general, no. اعمل أنت like 2 subjects or 3 subjects a day. Top. No, not more than that. Like 2 or 3 subjects a day will keep the doctor away. I'm sorry.
Good. فهموا مياه هذا. Alright, good. Alright, nice. So now you covered the 7.
The 6 steps. And the 7th tip, which is, I'd say, not the most important, but it's kind of like a very important one. وناس كثير بيغفلوا عنها. Test yourself. When you finish your revision, خلاص أنت عملت timetable, راجعت أمورك كلها تمام. Test yourself.
You have to test yourself.
You have to test yourself. Worksheets.
It's a matter of practicing. يعني you have to you have to practice.
And there is a proverb in English. مثل في اللغة الإنجليزية بيحكي إيش? Practice makes perfect.
Exactly.
إنه التمرين يخلي كل شيء متكامل مثالي. والكمال لله سبحانه وتعالى. لكن practice makes perfect. If I don't test myself in a specific material that I have revised, I will never know where I'm good or where
if I studied well.
بالضبط.
Or if I studied well. Sometimes I study like for 10 hours. And at the end when I got to my exam I failed. طب why? Because I never tested myself.
Exactly. بتتذكر 10% اللي كنا نحكي عنها متى اجيبها انا؟
Yes.
هاي هي test yourself تجيب لك 10%.
So tip number 7 is the 10%.
Exactly.
يعني you have to test yourself. اللي احنا المفهوم المتعارف عليه ان في التوجيهي which is اللي هو انه تاخذ اسئله وزاره سابقه، امتحانات وزاريه سابقه، يكون استاذك محضر لك امتحان فاينل،
worksheets.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
So this is what we mean by test yourself.
Exactly. وهون بدي استغل النقطه هاي.
Go ahead.
هون
Yes,
بيجي
of course.
دور المتابعه مع المدرس اللي انت بتتابع معاه، سواء في المنصه او في اي مكان اخر. تمام. مثلا انت بتتابع معي انا محمد المراشدة، بدك تتابع معي في هاي النقطه. الان بعد ما تراجع كل شيء بدك ترجع للحصص، بدك ترجع للورك شيتس اللي حضرت لك اياهم على الجروبس، على هاي الامور كلها. وكذا نفس الامر بالنسبه لك دكتور، نفس القضيه يعني. Yeah. So those are the 7 steps. So
Nice.
a plan, a calm study place, be clear about your goals.
Nice.
You need to figure out the time that you have before the test. You need to understand your gaps, strengths and weaknesses.
Good.
Make a timetable and finally test yourself.
Perfect
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah.
Perfect action plan.
I have a question for you now.
All right, go hit me.
Yeah.
hit me
since-
طبعا مش اضربني. hit me مش اضربني. لا. hit me يعني ارميه علي، هاته. وين السؤال؟ Go.
Bring it.
Bring it.
Okay. So now my question for you is احنا بنشوف طلاب كثير وهم رايحين على الامتحان.
Okay.
They have their books between their hands.
That's in the morning.
In the morning,
Yes.
exactly.
On
رايح
the-
على
on the
المدرسة,
day
on
of the
way-
exam,
On the
yes,
day of the
yeah.
exam, they are going to the school. On
معهم
the way to
كتبهم.
the school,
Yes.
معهم كتبهم, and they are revising some information. I don't know what they are, but they're revising it. I've never done it in my life, but
Good.
we see a lot of students like this. What do you think of that revision on the same day of the test or on the test day?
Oh, okay. Now, I'm
is it
going to
good,
give an
bad?
opinion.
What do you think?
I'm going
Yeah.
to give an opinion, and there is no right or wrong.
By all means, it's
Yes.
your opinion.
It's my opinion in the end.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I think it's the biggest mistake you can ever make.
Right? Yeah.
شوف محل الجملة.
Biggest
Mistake you
mistake
can ever make.
you can ever make.
أكبر غلط ممكن تعمله. Guys, you have studied for hours, and you've had so much time to study on the days before the exam.
Yeah, yeah.
And trust me, you're not gonna be perfect 20 minutes before your exam. خلاص, it's over. In the morning when you wake up on the day of your exam, my advice to you is to not study. Don't open a book. Don't do a thing that has to do with studying. You'll be nervous.
Yeah, yep,
You'll feel like you've never studied
yep.
for the exam,
You
which
feel
is
like
which is
you
normal.
You have forgotten
You've
everything.
forgotten everything.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
So my advice to you in the morning of the exam, I mean, I want to say it, but I know it's not right to say it. I mean, listen to music, listen to Quran, chat with your friends, which is that's not something I prefer, because you know most of the friends will be talking about the exam.
We'll be talking about
They'll
the exam,
stress
yeah.
you more.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So what I used to do, I used to do, يعني used to in the past.
In the past.
It's a
Yeah.
past habit. قاعدة في الوحدة الثانية موجودة معنا.
Used to, yeah.
What I used to do is I used to put my headsets on and just walk alone to school. Listen to some music.
So headset in your head,
That's it.
never listen to
Nothing
anyone.
in my hand. And just walking and basically daydreaming. يعني عم أحلام
Nice.
يقظة.
Nice.
Exactly. Because you know, like that's what motivates me the most and what makes me stronger than my exam. I always, you know, like I always look at the exam as an enemy for me.
Okay.
It's an enemy, and I have to fight my enemy.
Enemy يعني عدو.
Yes, عدو. My exam is my enemy. امتحاني هو عدوي. And I have to, you know, basically overcome this challenge
Yeah.
with my own strength. How? By preparing mentally for it and emotionally, of course. Because I hear a lot of scenarios where, like, the moment I got my paper, I started crying for 20 minutes.
Oh yeah.
So I lost 20 minutes there, right? You know what I mean? Like
By all
I don't
means,
have,
yes.
all I have is 2 hours for my exam, so it's not right to waste 20 minutes crying, and that's gonna destroy you, of course, in the end.
Yeah, actually, I agree with you. I
So
agree with you on this.
basically, don't study in the morning. Try to do something different than studying. Change your mood. Have a very light breakfast. Don't
yeah.
drink a lot of water because you'll not be able to go to the restroom. Trust me. Yeah,
by all means,
you
yes.
won't be going to the restroom a lot.
ما بيسمحوا لك.
Yes, ما بيسمحوا لك تروح الحمام كثير. So don't drink a lot of water on the morning of the exam, and stay sharp. I like this adjective. Stay sharp. يعني خليك حاد. يعني حاد يعني بكل شيء يعني with everything. سؤال صعب. So what? I'll come back to you. استناني. I'll go to the next one. And so on. Once I'm done with everything, then I'll go back to all the questions that I have not answered.
Actually, that point is really miraculous point. How to deal with a test?
See,
If I have I'm a student. I went to the exam hall.
Okay.
And they have given me the paper now. What is the best thing to do? How to deal with the paper in my hands?
See, the first thing I would say is read الفاتحة. You know, توكل على الله دائما وأبدا بكل شيء بنعمله دائما هذا الشيء يعني it'll come back راح ترجع لك بشيء كثير إيجابي.
Yeah.
So I will read سورة الفاتحة.
تمام.
And then after that I will start with the questions. The moment I feel that this question may interrupt my thinking, may interrupt my feelings, I'll just never touch it. I'll just
drop it. And go,
put it. Skip it. Exactly.
Skip it and go to the next.
Go to the next one. And once I finish answering most of the questions, most of the easy questions, let's say, then I will be feeling more confident about the hardest one.
Yeah.
See, being confident, I think, will make you able to solve anything that you have to solve. So let's say, for example, in the end of the day, it's just an exam, guys. Trust me, it's just an exam.
Yeah.
It's a paper. Yani, you studied hard, trust me, you will get every question.
By all means, yes.
If you studied like 50-50, you'll get 50%.
50% of the test, yeah, exactly.
If you didn't study, trust me, you won't pass. Yani, it's logical, it's common sense. So in my opinion, hit the easy questions, then go to the harder one. And don't leave any question empty.
Oh yeah, that's a big mistake.
Yes.
That's
لا تخلي أي سؤال فاضي.
لا تخلي فاضي. لا تخلي.
حتى أقول لك على يعني في الإنجليزي فيش كلمة مرادفة لها اهبد. اهبد يا معلم. فيعني don't leave anything empty. خلي كل شيء عبي كل شيء عبي. You never know. يعني لعل وعسى المصحح هذاك اليوم شاف الإجابة مليانة قال لك يلا مشي يمكن حال صح الزلمة. You never know, guys. ربنا يمكن ييسر لك الأمور. So don't leave anything empty.
Yeah, we're all teachers يعني sometimes بتلاقينا بنصحح للطلاب بتلاقي ما لهوش علاقة بالإجابة بس يلا حق الحبر يلا مش مشكلة
تعب وحق وقته يعني الزلمة
تعب.
He tried, you know what I mean?
He tried, yes, exactly.
So that's I think that's the best way and the most common way to deal with your paper. Your exam paper.
Yeah, okay. So I have a point. Actually, I used to do it in my tests.
All right, go ahead.
Before I start answering the questions, I skim read the test. إيش skim read? You know.
يعني خلص بتطلع كل أسئلتك هيك.
بتطلع على الأسئلة.
مسح على السريع، ماسح بشكل سريع، صح؟
بعمل هيك مسح ضوئي سريع هيك للأسئلة. بفتح الورقة بشوف شو عندي أسئلة، شو ماهية الأسئلة، على أساس to know. What is the easiest question and what is the hardest? To start with the easiest, you know.
هي at the end it differ from one to another. Yeah. يعني إنها مختلفة. يعني هي الفكرة once again إحنا we're given opinions here. We're not correct 100%. يعني our استراتيجياتنا might work on most of you معظمهم. But not all of you. مش كلكم. يعني it's normal. يعني هذا هيك حكم الحياة يعني خلينا نحكي. So I think it differs, Muhammad. يعني أنت when you talk about skimming, I think it's right. It's not wrong.
No, it's a good point actually because it helped me a lot in my tests. And you know, I have been teaching since 2012. No, 2011 if I remember 2011. I've been teaching since then. And I always advise my students to do that. Just skim read your test for like
a quick way,
3 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes tops.
Then go back to the first page and start.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, and that will help the mind or your brain to basically to retrieve, يستعيد يعني, to retrieve the information that you need for the test.
And maybe have a good feeling about your test.
Exactly, a quick glance is a good one.
Another very important advice I would say I would give them is don't start with writing.
Oh, never.
Yeah,
Never start
you know,
with writing.
usually a lot of students think that, oh, you know what, I need more time on writing في التعبير بدي وقت كثير, so let me start with the writing. والمشكلة وين تضيع ساعة ونص وهو يكتب ايش موضوع تعبير ملوش دخل في الموضوع كله.
خاصة إذا جلت أمورك وأنت بتكتب قاعد
فكر شكسبير الآن would takes like an hour and a half and that's it, your time is gone.
An hour and a half على قديش يعني 10% 10% of the test
not
يعني
even
كgrades يعني
not even I think maybe 7%
of the test وضيعت أنت 93% of the
exactly. يعني فوكس على العلامات الأدسم, حل كل التمرينات, grammar, عندك text, عندك fill in the gaps, كل الأمور هاي خلصها, then go to the writing.
Leave it.
ما ضل عندك وقت, whatever you write will be enough.
You will get marks.
يعني
الرايتنج
عليه 14 points. الرايتنج عليه 14 points. يعني it's not worth to waste all my time in the exam عشان 14 points.
Yeah.
مش مستاهل.
Totally.
Yes, مش مستاهل. All right, good. So what do you got at the end for them?
In the end, I have some tips for them, like five tips, I'd say. Yeah, 5 tips of how to focus in your studying, how to raise the level of concentration in your studying.
Nice.
ترفع مستوى التركيز عندك في الدراسة. Okay.
طب محمد, let me stop you here for a moment.
Yeah, go ahead.
جماعة الإخراج كونوا معي for a second. الآن محمد بده يحكينا عن 5 tips, يعني 5 نصائح to increase your focus, يعني تركيزك, concentration اللي عندك بدنا نرفعه عشان يكون في خلينا نحكي بركة في عملية الوقت اللي انت رح تدرس فيه ان شاء الله.
ان شاء الله تعالى.
احنا عشان اجانب تلاقينا بنطول شوي نلاقي كلمة عربية.
بتعمل هيك شو هيك.
فالان شوف بدنا نعمل التحدي عشان نربح جوائز, احنا اكيد مش رح نطلع بالبرنامج بدنا نربح جوائز.
الجوائز.
فالان هاي الفقرة الان رح يحكي عنها محمد, ال5 tips. الان رح يظهر رقم على الشاشة, تمام؟ هذا الرقم اللي رح يظهر الان بدك تحكي لنا ال5 نصائح اللي رح يحكي عنها مستر محمد, الأستاذ محمد, وترجم لنا اياها بالعربي. الان الشخص اللي مترجمها بشكل دقيق ومرتب هو اللي راح يربح معنا, وراح نعلن عن الان الموضوع هذا ان شاء الله بكره او بعد بكره حسب ما نلم احنا الارقام والاعداد. تبعث لنا ترجمه ال5 tips, ال5 نصائح, كل نقطه مترجمه لحالها. then بعد ما تبعثها تبعث لنا your name, اسمك,
الاسم طبعا,
تمام؟ عشان لما نيجي نعلن اقله نكون عارفين شو اسمك ونعلن عنك. رح نحكي رقم تليفونك, نروح نوزع على
نعلنهم الفائزين, نعلنهم الحلقه الجايه ان شاء الله تعالى
باذن الله. الحلقه بكره ايش بكره؟ تيوزداي. ممكن يعني تيوزداي
وينزداي. لا اعطيهم لوينزداي
خلص, وينزداي يعني معانا لحد وينزداي لتجاوبوا على ال5 tips هذول. يعني you have to translate those 5 tips, okay?
Well,
mic is yours.
Thank you. Step number 1 is to make a mind map while you are studying.
Mind map while you are studying.
Yeah, mind map while you are studying.
Good.
Or to use realia. We call it realia.
Explain it.
What I mean by realia is to link the information that you study with a personal experience.
Nice.
With a story that happened in your life, you know, with something that with a song, for example, with music.
بينوني بيغني المادة الأدبية. Okay, good.
That way, هيبلش ساعدكم أنا شايفة. So, mind mapping or realia.
Good.
That's step number 1.
Nice. We got step number 1. Now to step number 2.
Step number 2, food, guys, food. We usually eat three portions a day or 3 meals a day, right? Okay. But when we eat a lot.
Okay.
Well, less amount of food and more meals. Instead of having 3 meals a day, have 5 meals a day.
بس الخوف وين؟ You eat a lot in these 5 meals.
Exactly. تهبدش كثير بال5 meals. لا, إذا كانوا 5 meals يعني less portion, less food.
يعني هذول it's a very effective, it's a very healthy tip actually.
Yep.
يعني for those healthy people who try to eat more but less portion.
Yeah, less portion, less amount.
Of the بالضبط less amount. The amount of the food is less than the usual. يعني and it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be كمان يعني يعني خلينا نحكي cooked food. يعني طبيخ وشغلات زي
no. Vegetables, fruits.
يعني I remember back in the days I used to eat carrots a lot. يعني carrots between the meals. Carrots are perfect.
Yeah.
Maybe some nuts. مكسرات
طبعا
مو 3 كيلو، لا زبديه صغيره اخواني، زبديه صغيره الان يعني ستاف لايك ذات.
باك وتقولوا والله الاستاذ احمد والاستاذ محمد قالوا لنا ناكل مكسرات ودي 3 كيلو كاشو
يعني هي هذول لحالهم 2 meals right.
يس باي اول مينز.
الان تيجي على المين ميل اللي هي خلينا نحكي يعني خلينا نحكي الدش يكون مثلا طبق الحجه طبخيته. بعدها you go to your breakfast. I think very
even
light.
الطبق الحجه طبخيته even that plate يعني instead of having a lot of rice وقطعتين لحم قد العالم لا make them one piece of meat and a little bit of rice. You know, because I'm saying this, maybe they would laugh about it, but there is a link between food and brain. I mean, if you eat a lot of food, there is not much of blood that goes to your brain to keep you focused and sharp.
Blood in your stomach.
You know, it goes to your stomach for the digestion process.
Nice, we got
so
3.
You need your blood to be, moving in your brain.
That's
you don't
true.
want a lot of food.
That's true.
3, studying on daily basis.
Nice.
You need to study on daily basis.
No breaks.
Every day.
Yes.
You need to study every day. And I'm not saying that you need to study
especially starting
for 10
from today.
hours or 12 hours. No.
True.
I'm saying if you study for 4 hours, keep those 4 hours every day.
True.
If you study for 8 hours, keep them for
how many hours did you study? Oh, you used to study.
That's kind of in توجيهي. Now the family are gonna laugh, but anyways, in توجيهي, basically my dad put us he was strict with studying, so he put us a timetable. You know, I wasn't really aware of the surroundings around me and my interest more than my dad. You know, dads always know best. So he put me a timetable through the day.
Good.
But
did you follow?
What do you mean?
Like, did you like?
Did I
follow?
fail?
No, did you
did
follow?
I follow?
Yes.
To the best I can.
Yeah,
to the
50,
best I
60%.
can. I'd say 60-70%. It was kind of strict, but I'd say if I have photoed and I'm saying that in front of the camera and I'm confessing to my dad.
Is watching right now.
Yeah, he is.
حياك الله عمو محمد, أهلا وسهلا فيك.
But I would confess to my students, to everyone in front of the camera, if I have photoed the timetable that he put me, I would have got the
higher
grade better than that I got, you know.
True.
Yeah, because when I got older, when I became a teacher, I knew that he was right about every step that he has done.
But we never listened to you.
We never listen. That's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah.
All right. So now to number 4.
Number 4, while you're studying every day, short breaks. Take short breaks. What I mean by short breaks, like 10 to 15 minutes.
Between every
break,
hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
Between 2 hours, between every 2 hours.
So every 2
like
hours, take 10-15 minutes break.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you say break, you mean anything that has nothing to do with studying?
No screens, guys. No screens, please.
Go walk for 10 minutes.
Walk for 10 minutes.
Yes.
I mean,
go to the roof.
Meditate for 10 minutes.
Meditate, سيدي. Yes.
Meditation اللي هو التأمل.
عبادة.
صلي يا أخي for 10 minutes. Do whatever for 10 minutes. Sit with the family. Talk to the family.
Yes.
And never talk about studying in those 10 minutes.
خلاص, it's your break.
Your break, stay out of studying.
Yes.
For 10 to 15 minutes.
Good. And lastly,
pray all the time.
Yes.
احنا ناس مسلمين الحمد لله رب العالمين وتوفيقنا دائما وابدا
بيد رب العالمين.
بيد رب العالمين. So pray all the time. الصلاة الدعاء دائما وابدا.
صحيح.
Praying المقصد فيه الدعاء. طبعا الصلاة هذا امر مفروغ منه يعني ان نصلي، لكن الدعاء praying all the time, it will help you a lot in your study. A lot.
Building connection with God مع ربنا.
By all means.
And when you build a good connection, إن شاء الله ربنا أكيد هو ولي التوفيق
إن الله لا يضيع أجر
من أحسن عملا. True.
And that's it. That
perfect. So we have come to the end of it, and we would like to thank Mr. Muhammad, our teacher Muhammad, for this nice information and for the tips that you have basically provided them with. I'd like to thank you guys for staying with us طبعا. إحنا أكيد إحنا يمكن وجعنا مخكم شوي في الإنجليزي but at the end جزء منكم أكيد استفاد، وإحنا دائما نحاول نخدم أي فئة تحتاج لهذا الشيء.
هي بس أعقب على نقطة سريعة
Of course, yeah, go ahead.
بدي أحكيها بالعربي عشان الكل يفهمني الآن.
يلا go ahead.
كل الطلاب اللي بيتابعونا، حبايب اللي بيتابعونا جميعا، لأن إحنا عملنا لقاء باللغة الإنجليزية وحكينا معظم اللقاء باللغة الإنجليزية. بإمكان أي طالب فيكم يوصل للمستوى اللي إحنا واصلينه وزيادة. أي
صح.
بني آدم فيكم سواء كان ذكر أو أنثى ضعيف في اللغة الإنجليزية أو قوي في اللغة الإنجليزية بيقدر يحكي زي
طبعا عشان نكون بالأمور واضحة.
نعم.
مدرسة حكومية أولاد ماركة
100%.
يعني ما
100% كلنا من نفس البيئة وكلنا
يعني ارحلوا
نفس
عماد
التربية.
الله يقويك سيدنا.
كلنا نفس البيئة كلنا تربينا نفس التربية، لكن
هي اجتهاد
والممارسة وعدم اليأس. بدها صبر المسألة، ما في إنجليزي أو أي لغة بتيجي
يعني هو المقولة المتعارف عليها. أنا دائما هاي خالد بيحكيها الدكتور خالد شو بيقول لك English doesn't come overnight. الإنجليزي ما بيجيك في ليلة وضحاها. الإنجليزي بده ممارسة، نقطة انتهت.
هي
وباذن الله مع الممارسه راح تكون متمكن معنا، وبلكي بيوم من الايام ان شاء الله استضفناكم معنا هون. ربي يعطيكم الصحه والعافيه. اشكركم على المشاهده. اتمنى من الجميع انه استفاد. وتنسوش انكم تبعثوا لنا الترجمه تبعت اللاست 5 تيبس عشان الان تكون احدى الرابحين معنا باذن الله. اي شيء ثاني سيدنا؟
الله يوفقهم ان شاء الله جميعا يا رب.
يلا you guys have a good night. We'll see you ان شاء الله tomorrow. السلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته.
هذا البرنامج برعاية تاكس للمنح الدراسية دونت تايم.